What is the deal? What is happening and what is going on with my Raider family, man? You're back in the building for another live episode of the Raider Rundown, man. And today we finally get to talk about some real football. Today we're going to be going through day uno of training camp, right? Detailing what went down, detailing all the news and reports and updates that done flooded the screens, right? At the same time, some new news has also happened. So without further ado, you already know what time it is, man. Let's get the intro started and let's get this show cracking. What is the deal, man? Like I said, you're back for another special episode of the Raider Rundown. And as you can see, right, it's a different time. We now going at 8 Eastern. We trying a little something out just to see if we can get some new people to the Rundown familiar. And at the same time, see if some of our other regulars can catch it at a better time. So let's see if today works out. But without further ado, y'all already know what time it is, man. We're going to be talking about training camp. Going to be talking about players on the injury list, having a number of discussions about some players as well. But before we do any of that, right, we have to go ahead and touch on the first segment here on the Raider Rundown, which is it's the roll call, man. If you're new to the channel and you don't know what that is where I give a shout out to the people that's in the chat, that's in the building, man, that took the time out their day to go ahead and join the kid on his live today, man. So without further ado, you already know what it is. Got to go ahead and get into the chat, man. First and foremost, got to give a shout out to my dog, Robert Pena, man. Always showing that love, always showing support, man. So I appreciate him to the fullest for sure, man. Raiders Resistance in the building, man. Appreciate my dog showing up, man. And courtesy of him, we're going to be using some of his graphics today, man. So appreciate him for showing up in the building as well, man. My dog Clifford, the Black Raider, man, in the building. Haven't seen you in a while, man, but I appreciate you pulling up, showing support, man. At least tapping on that comment section, man. If you can hit on the like button for me as well, ladies and gentlemen, I appreciate it greatly on that mug as well, man. Raider Ben in the building, man. What's going on, man? How you doing? Another content creator in the building, man. Glad you can make it as well, man. Salute to you. My dog, man. Turf, what's good, man? You using the government right now. My man Turf using his government Facebook, but it's all right, though. I appreciate every view, man. You giving me double the views, and I appreciate that. Leo, another one of my TRS brethren. What's going on, man? TRS in the building strong, man. I appreciate everybody for showing up for sure, man. SoCal Sal, man. What's going down in the building, man? I got my regulars always, man, showing up, showing out. Alfredo, what's down? What's going on with you? Salute to you, my brother. Hope you're doing well on this Wednesday night, man. Hope everybody's good. Or afternoon if you on the West Coast. Chris, what up, family? What's going on, man? Yes, sir. It's going down, man. We got all the regulars in the building, man. Always a good time when I got my peoples in here, man. If you're new to the channel, all good, man. Don't be shy. Go ahead and join the Rundown familiar, man. You already know what time it is. Hit the like button first and foremost. And if you really, get the feeling what you're hearing, definitely tap on the subscribe button as well, man. But also, go ahead and touch on the chat as well, man. Go ahead and share your thoughts. Go ahead and get down with us, man. Let's see what you're thinking as we go through the topics here. So, without further ado, man, we got to go ahead and go through our next segment of the show, right? And now we can finally start talking about some ball. But the next segment would be talking about the Raider recents, man, and what's been going down, what has recently happened so far that we need to discuss, right? So I don't think anything can really get talked about until we talk about this right here, right? Training camp officially beginning for the Las Vegas Raiders. I mean, finally, we get to go ahead and talk about some real ball. We don't got to sit through the clickbait dribble. You feel what I'm saying? I'm good with all that. Now we can finally start talking about what's going on the grass, right? And we got some news coming out, right? So we got to talk about the news that's just a little bit concerning to me. We'll start it off like this, right? Colton Miller, he starts on the PUP list, right? The physically unable to perform list. Now, he had surgery, shoulder surgery, a while back. Still recovering from that. Now, Antonio Pierce, in his opening presser, did say that he looked good. He was running around, right? But at the same time, this is kind of the injury that sidelined him towards the end of the season, if I'm not mistaken. Now it could be nothing. Over the course of his career, he hasn't really been an injury-prone player. He's been very, very productive, and he's been in there a lot. You know what I mean? So this would be the first time that really you see something that has him out for this amount of time. But at the end of the day, it does concern me. So I want to ask y'all, right, in the chat, is this cause for concern for Colton Miller? Should we be concerned about this shoulder injury that he has right here that's keeping him sidelined, or do you think this is going to be like just a one-off thing, nothing we got to be too concerned about with? Go ahead, man, comment down below. I definitely want to see what you guys think, man. Should we be concerned about this? I don't know. I'm gonna give you my answer in a minute, but I definitely want to see what you guys are talking about before we do all that. Let me see. I definitely want to see what y'all think. And if Turf is in the building, I kind of already know what Turf is gonna say. But yeah. Oh, Severe, man, what's going down? Headed to my son's practice, just popped in and hit the thumb up, show some love. Man, appreciate you, man. Catch you later on the 50-50 show as well, man. Appreciate you for popping in. Big Dog, Real Talk Raider Nation, what's going on, my brother? What's happening, man? Glad you in the building. But Turf is ready to trade Colton Miller. That's where he's at right now. Turf is ready to be done with that. I don't know if I agree with that sentiment right there. I know you're talking about you ready to trade him because he has value, but we don't have an adequate replacement to do all that. In my opinion, I don't think we have an adequate replacement in order for us to say, oh, yeah, let's just go ahead and trade him and we'll be good, because I could see that being a problem all over again, right? All over again. Real Talk Raider Nation, not just yet. Yeah, I don't think you do that yet. I think we got to get a replacement, bro. I think we got to draft something in order to do that. You know what I mean? And then you be more comfortable. But at the end of the day, right now, like he's the best we got at that side. Leo says, tell Turf not to jump off bridge, just a precaution. Make sure that shoulder heals. Now, if by August 27th he's still on there, then yeah. Okay. Chris says Raiders taking precautions. All right. I'm a little worried if he can play, but we've already had to replace him one time. We can do it again. Okay. But that was with Jermaine Illuminor. Now, my 2 cents on this would be this, right? I think that at the end of the day, we shouldn't be too concerned, because I think this regime just wants to go ahead and take the cautious approach, which is not bad, which is cool as of right now. But, you know, if he's not practicing by like the first to second preseason game, I'm not talking about playing, right? Now, they can hold him out during some games, and I can understand that. I know AP sat there and said everybody will play, but realistically, right, if he's barely getting back into rhythm and all that, I don't think they'll throw him into the fray like that. So at the end of the day, if he's not practicing by the first or second preseason game, then we got a problem, bro. We have a problem. And I'm going to put that out there 100%. You know what I mean? Do I want to trade Colton Miller right now? No. I'm not sitting here saying trade Colton Miller, because we do not have no replacements for that. There will be no way in hell if you trade him right now that I can say that we're going to be at least to the same amount of production on that side. I can't say that willingly. But what I will say is it is cause for concern if he's not practicing, right? And it's getting close to the end of preseason, and he's barely getting on there. Now it's like, you know what I mean? Now you really ain't getting no rhythm. We going straight into the season against Joey Bosa and Khalil Mack. You know what I mean? Not really raw. So that's my thing. the quicker he gets on the field and practices, the better I feel. I don't even care if he plays in preseason games, honestly. I don't care about that. I care about him practicing and getting on the grass. So at that point right there, we'll see. So that dictates how I feel about that right there. Let me see. If we drafted a solid right tackle in this year's draft, then we could consider it, but not anymore. Agreed. Like if we would have went with Fuaga 13, right? And we have no idea if he'll be solid, but say if we would have went with him, right? You can theoretically say like, all right, Thayer might be able to play on the left side. Boom, Fuaga on that right. You could say that, but at that point, still, could we say that line would be better? Is that line better than what we have potentially right now? Don't really think so. I don't really think so. Chris, man, what's the deal? Another one of my TRS brethren, man. What's going down with you? Glad you could join us, man, on today's chat. Talking Colton Miller, man. Should we be concerned about this injury, about this shoulder injury that he has? In my opinion, man, I don't think it's too concerning unless he's not practicing by the first or second preseason game. Now we got a problem. The PUP list, not as serious as the IR list. Correct. That is true. The IR list is way more serious. But if players do not come off of the PUP list by a certain time, then they're going to have to miss the first 4 games. So keep that in mind of this list. If they don't come off, I got to see what the time frame is, because there is a time frame for a player to come off that PUP list. And at the end of the day, if they don't come off that, they're going to have to miss the first 4 games. Okay. Yep. To begin training camp. But as the team is saying, this is just a precaution. Just because of the shoulder injury and the surgery, I don't think it's anything major right now. So like I said, I think we can take a deep breath on it. And his history dictates he's been a consistently healthy player, productive player, right? He's always been available, at least. So at that point, we good. Yep. 27th of August. You know what I'm saying? 27th of August. Oh, and if it's 6 games, that's even worse. It's even worse. Oh, one of the favorites, man. Sun Goddess in the building. What's going on, man? Glad you can make it today. Glad you can join us for sure, man. Rafa in the building as well. What's going on, Rafa? Glad you in the building, man. Appreciate it, man. You had a very fire show with Chris, by the way, as well. So keep doing your thing, bro. You doing your thing for sure. But if it's 6 games, then yeah, that's even worse. So yeah, we got to monitor the time frame, man. The quicker that he gets on the field, I think the better it will be for everybody's mind frame, right? So you go from him to now we get some other news in JPJ, and now we sit here with this. Now the Raiders' 2nd round rookie is now placed on the PUP list as well. So we're getting 2 O-linemen on the PUP list, right, back to back. So am I concerned about this one? A little bit. I'm not gonna lie, but I want to put it up to y'all, and I want to see what y'all say. Right? Is the JPJ injury cause for concern? Is this something that we should be concerned about going in? Y'all let me know down below. Now I give you my opinion. Honestly, now coming on it, right? He does not have any major injuries. I will give you guys that. He does not have any major injuries. It's just a precaution, once again, taken by the team. Okay, so this is what the team is saying, that it is a precaution. To me, right? To me, and I'm gonna read y'all comments in a minute. I'm a little more concerned about this one than I am about the Colton Miller one. And the reasoning being is that I've kind of seen him since the Senior Bowl be nicked up, right? And had these little ticky-tack ass injuries. Not saying it's like a major thing. I'm not sitting here saying like, oh my God, he's going to be a bust. Like, don't sit here and get that from my words. But what I'm saying is, since I've watched him in the Senior Bowl, and this is before I knew the Raiders have taken him, he's just had ticky-tack injury after all this, right? Even in the combine, he had a little ticky-tack injury. And this was something that scouts kept saying, right, about him as well. They kept saying it. So I'm not going to say that's going to be the biggest thing in the world, but you do got to take that into account a little bit. I take it into account a little bit. Just it's consistent. You feel what I'm saying? I'm not saying it's a major thing, but all I'm saying is it's something I notice. You feel what I'm saying? So you can take it as you will, but I've seen throughout the stages and process of this whole rookie year so far, he's been nicked up just a little bit. So maybe putting him on this PUP list is a good thing, so he can kind of get his rhythm about him, right? Kind of get his body back to form, and we good. But if it's on the flip side, and it's because, you know, he's prone to getting all this nicked up, whatever the case, let's hope not. But if it is, now we sitting here having a different conversation. But he hasn't really hit grass yet. So am I saying it's a whole big ass thing that we got to overreact to? No, I'm not saying that. But at the end of the day, it is something I am looking at. It is something I have mentioned. Not mentioned, but I have noticed. Let me go ahead and see. Whole left side is pupped. Yeah, that's the thing. Whole left side is pupped too. You know, we starting off shaky, and the O-line got to be right. You feel what I'm saying? Regardless of who plays, but we know if 12 plays, the O-line got to be right now. We can't go out there with no shaky O-line. We already starting off a little, you know, it's cause for concern a tad. Heavy guys just have a tough time coming out this Vegas heat. He's just cooling down. He'll be good. Okay. All right. So you got faith. Okay. Let's see. More concerned about JPJ because he a rookie. Could Def use the reps? Yeah, and that's another thing. I think the reps are needed as well. Let's hope that it's not anything, you know, that's going to keep him out too long. Let's hope that maybe just for this week he's out. And like, you know, AP detailed in his presser, we're going to go over a little bit, but, you know, the real click-clacking starts on Tuesday next week, right? And you really start the pads and all that other stuff. So from there, I definitely want to see how we get down from that. Let me see. Big one of 83. What's the deal? He says Mumford can hold his own over there at left tackle. We just need to see if Glaze or Pete can hold their own. That is true. Glaze, question mark for me. Big question mark for me. I have no idea what Glaze is going to be. I don't expect much this first year. I honestly don't really expect him to get any playing time. Now, if he does and he ends up exceeding them expectations, then for sure. You know what I mean? We'd be all for it. But as of right now, I'm not seeing too much playing time coming from him or what he's going to have going down. Terrence, man, what's the deal, dog? What's going on, man? Glad you're here, man. Salute to you for sure, man. Hit that like button. You already know. Hit the thumbs up for the kid, man. It's much appreciated. But Raider Ben says JPJ not being there isn't good for his development. Y'all bringing up another crucial fact. You know what I mean? Not only have I seen him, you know, with the ticky-tack injuries, but at the same time, we looking to develop as well, right? We looking to develop. And the only way to really do that is to get on the field. And if you're talking about playing in preseason, that's a person that needs to be playing in preseason. I don't give a damn. You know what I mean? Like, get him in there. Get him acclimated to the power, to the speed of the game. You know what I mean? Going against NFL D linemen. Get his ass in there. So, Colton Miller, I'm not too worried about that one. You know what I mean? I don't really care if he plays preseason. But JPJ, yeah, I want him out there. So, the quicker that we can get him healthier, the better, right? So he can start getting out here and get acclimated. I mean, he's going to be going against Christian Wilkins anyway in practice. So he going to get more than enough work as far as what he's got what he's going to be doing. But still, preseason is different. Getting out there live, getting out there, them live reps, bro. Like, that's something different for sure. He needs continuity with his bros. Yeah, for sure. I agree 100%, especially with the O-line. Like I said, this O-line got to be right. There can be no leaks in the ship. You feel what I'm saying? This O-line has to be tight. So, you know, we got that left side on the PUP list. We got to get that together for sure. But this why AP and Tom building the team. Next man up mentality. I agree. Next man up mentality. But at the same time, it would be nice to have our guys out there and have them be reliable, right? I hope that this is something that during the season he'll be able to. I mean, nobody's going to be 100% healthy during the season, but these are things that maybe he can work through as far as JPJ and Colton things that they can work through throughout the season, and they can remain in the lineup. You know what I mean? Because continuity is a big thing. It's going to be a big thing for this O-line. In order for us to do what we have to do and win the way that we're trying to win. You know what I mean? Like I said, this O-line got to be right. So them doing their thing, you know what I mean, and getting that continuity, that's going to be a big thing. Huge thing. Let me see. He plays violently, so definitely a good precaution. Definitely hope he plays the preseason games. Yeah, 100%. I think no rookie should be safe from playing. Even Bowers. Get on out there. You feel what I'm saying? Everybody plays as a rookie. You know what I mean? I don't want we're gonna have to say it, for my dog, Chris, man. I don't want no Jacorian Bennett situation. You feel what I'm saying? I just don't. Get your ass out there. Everybody should be playing. You feel what I'm saying? If you're a rookie or you're on the bubble, everybody should be getting them reps. Now, if you a guy like Devontae or Max Crosby or Christian Wilkins or Colton Miller, I don't care if they play preseason. They can play a drive. After that, bro, they can sit somewhere and chill. You feel what I'm saying? Sit in the stands if you must. But at the end of the day, you feel what I'm saying? I don't care if they play, but rookies, bubble players, yeah, definitely. We got to get them as acclimated to the speed of the game as we can, because that's the depth. You feel what I'm saying? Like, we know what the stars are going to do. The depth got to be good. The depth got to be right and prepared. So from there, bro, that's how you going to win games. You know what I mean? That's how you going to win games, with the depth being as prepared as possible. Let me see. It's going to be a problem. I'm telling y'all, hopefully they have somebody already on deck. You still talking about Colton Miller, though, Turf. I don't know. If you talking about JPJ too, then that's a different story. But yeah. Let me see. Cliff says, I'm worried about JPJ for sure. Don't want him to miss out like Wilson did. Yeah. It took Tyree a minute to get on the field as well. And we saw he started slow. You know what I mean? This guy's important to what we're trying to do. No ifs, ands, or buts. He's important. So we got to go ahead and get him on the field as quick as possible. Turf suffering from PTSD from Waller and Renfro. 100%. We can see it all throughout the text messages, all throughout the group chat, bro. Turf is 100% affected by Darren Waller, bro. He can't let it go. These are things I think that only therapy can fix on that portion right there. But yeah, he's not letting that go at all. So going from there, man, let's go into some more happy news going into that, right? So make sure you guys are tapping on the thumbs up button. Make sure you guys are tapping on the subscribe button if you're really feeling the content, for sure, man. I appreciate everybody that's in the building, man. We got hella people in the building, man. I appreciate everybody that's up in here, man. Definitely. I see, my guy Milka Beezy. He says, I'm concerned for Miller and JPJ. Hey, that's the whole left side of the O-line. You know what I mean? You say what you want, but it's the whole left side of the O-line. So I can understand why people would be concerned. Definitely, 100%. I'm concerned. More along the line for JPJ than I am for Colton, but I'm concerned for sure. Let me see. If this O-line don't work out, we shifting guys around this season. It's failed draft and off-season moves. Number one priority had to be protect the QB. 100%. And this is why I'm saying they have to get healthy and get right and start getting that continuity now. Especially with the new scheme. We talking all this, bro. There's a new scheme in place. They have to get out there and start understanding what they have to do. Now, they can get in the playbook all they want, and I'm sure they are. And I'm sure they're very smart players getting in the playbook. But we all know it's a difference when you are reading the material, right? And then you're doing the material. So at the end of the day, bro, I think we got to go ahead and get them as right as possible. But it is good that the depth, Pete, maybe our guy that we just drafted, 3rd round rookie, whose name escapes me right now. But at the end of the day, maybe they can get some burn, right? I don't expect too much from the guy from Maryland, bro. I don't expect too much. Glaze. I'm sorry. I'm tripping. But I don't expect too much from Glaze at all this year. We'll see what goes down, but as of right now, I don't think it's too much of a big thing from him that we're gonna see, honestly. Let me see. I mean, Let me see. I mean, we have vets like White hair, yeah, for sure. White hair, that's another good signing. At least he knows the playbook, right? Veteran. So that'll be good. Hopefully he remains healthy. Pete, Wagner, other Glaze, we will have to see. Yeah, Wagner and Glaze, we'll see. But as far as the interior, we got White hair, so that's good. You know what I mean? A good veteran that knows the scheme, that knows the playbook. So at the end of the day, we'll be all right with that. But as far as the tackle, Pete is probably the only guy I'm sitting there like, all right, cool, maybe. You know what I mean? Because he played all right last season. But yeah, from that, if he's not the answer, then we relying on Glaze, and he's a third round pick. But at the end of the day, bro, hey, you know what I mean? We'll see. We'll see. He's a rookie so yeah, suspect for sure. Suspect for sure. I'm side eyeing the hell out of him if we have to start him. So that's what I'm saying. So I don't know if I'm all that confident if we got to do all that. Let's see. But as we go ahead and transition from that, once again, make sure you guys are hitting the thumbs up button. Make sure you guys are going ahead and tapping on the subscribe if you like the content, if you want more content. Like I said, I'm going crazy this off season. We'll go ahead and giving you guys as much Raider content as you can handle. I'm going to be posting videos from training camp, right? Maybe some interviews. Definitely going to be going live talking about things like this. Going to be breaking everything Raiders down to you, and we're going to be talking about it in detail. So make sure you guys tap on them like buttons or thumbs up buttons, right? If you want to go ahead and help the kid out, it'll be much appreciated. We on the race to 2K subs, man. So we trying to do that before the season starts. Hopefully we can get there. So as we continue from that, we go ahead and get to our next segment, which is, right, Michael Gallup retires, right? Retired yesterday. Very interesting, right? Very interesting that he retired. Did hear that he was playing on one leg. This was the quote, apparently. So maybe the injury was bad, trying to get back on the field. You know what I mean? Didn't really work out as much as he wanted. The body didn't feel right. Or we can take this as, maybe the young talent in the building it looks real good. And this is something that he thought he was going to have to really, really fight for his spot. Maybe. But after that, we get news today that the Raiders do re-sign, if you want to say, Keelan Dawes, right? He comes back. So the terms of the contract have not been, they have not been disclosed as of right now, but as of so far, per Jesse Merrick, they have re-signed Keelan Dawes. He'll be added to the active roster. They also signed another O-lineman, Corey Luciano, and then they waived guard Jake Johanning. So they went ahead and re-signed Keelan Dawes, man. And if you don't remember, he was with the Raiders for a number of years already. So this is a guy we bring back. Kind of a fan favorite a little bit, kind of. But it's good that he gets a spot or gets a chance to earn a spot again. I know now that we look at the Raiders wide receiver depth as it goes, you have Devontae Adams, Jacoby Myers, Trey Tucker, which is the big three right there. But then after that, it's a crapshoot. You know what I mean? You start talking about Wilkerson. He's there. After that, now you have Keelan Dawes. Boom. Now you have also Jalen Guyton, but Jalen Guyton is also on the PUP list as well. So he's kind of out the mix as of right now. But you got Jalen Guyton. Now you got some of the undrafted guys that you're bringing as well with Tulu Griffin. Then you got my guy, Turf's guy from Tennessee as well. So, guys are there. There's talent for sure. When you look at the top three, you understand that that's where probably the majority of the production is coming from. But then you go after that, you still going to need some depth. You still going to need some speed in certain areas. So who's going to remain? Who's going to come out on top? You bring in Keelan Dawes. Now, I don't think he has a leg up on the competition whatsoever. I think, it's probably more of an even playing field if you ask me. Because if Michael Gallup is 100% healthy, I think that he's for sure going to be that like number 4 guy. if he's 100% healthy. But once again, playing on one leg, retired. So now you look at Jalen Guyton for the speed factor, right? You look at him for that speed, but at the end of the day, what are they really looking for as that fourth receiver? Are they looking for just speed, or are they looking for more than just speed? Or are they looking for somebody who's a little more polished as a route runner as well? Because how many receivers are you going to keep, right? You know what I mean? I doubt you only going to keep just 4. So at that point, what are you asking from your fourth receiver? To me, you're probably asking from a little bit of playmaking ability, right? Like that's where I feel like you're gonna go from here. If you look at those top 3, like I said, with Devontae, you look at Jacoby, you look at Trey Tucker. Yeah, I think we need the speed, but at the same time, somebody that can also make some plays, that can also do some with some underneath throws, with some short yardage throws. So I think, having Keelan Dawes is interesting, but I don't think it completely moves the needle as well. Still think it's going to be even playing field when you talk about what's going on in this wide receiver room. But yeah, I mean, that's just my 2 cents. And speaking of 2 cents, look at my dog, man, in the building. Didn't even know he was here. What's going on, man? What's happening with me? What's happening with you? What's happening with you? Oh yeah, Ramel Keaton. That's the guy. So, y'all let me know, man. How do y'all feel about the wide receiver room now? I'm not really tripping too much. To be honest with you, I'm not tripping too much. I think that it's the same as it was before Michael Gallup retired. You know what I mean? Like, I didn't think he was gonna see too much tick, too much burn. You know what I mean? I thought he was gonna get some type of playing time, but I didn't think he was gonna get too much. You know what I mean? Because we're gonna have the 3 like we detailed already, and then at that point, we're also gonna have Brock Bowers playing some receiver. So how much is this fourth receiver gonna be playing? You know what I mean? Like that's the next thing. And then we always talk about playing in this 12 personnel. So if we're gonna be damn near top 5 in 12 personnel usage, right? How much is a fourth receiver gonna be playing? So that's something I'm not really tripping on. So at the end of the day, would I like some talent there? Yes, of course, but I don't think it moves the needle which way or whatever. You know what I mean? Regardless of it. But y'all let me know for sure. Billy Davis in the building, man. What's going down? Glad you can make it, man. Glad you can make it for sure. Turf says he loves the resign. He likes the resign. Always wanted to be a Raider. For sure he did. If I'm not mistaken, this is the guy that's from the Bay Area, correct? He's from the Bay Area. So maybe it's gonna work out. Maybe it's gonna work out this time. Hopefully he earns the spot, man. They brought him back. Hopefully he earns the spot. I am on my Jacoby Myers in the 2nd round draft pick for Brandon Ayuk campaign. I cannot join you on that soapbox, brother. You know what? This is the first one I got to do it, bro. And I love you, but I got to do it.
Boo this man!
I got to do it to you, bro. I cannot get on this campaign with y'all. I'm sorry. I can't do it. Because at the end of the day, man, I think it's too much. That's doing way too much, in my opinion. And at that point, it's like that doesn't really do anything. Honestly, it doesn't do anything to me. Even if you did that, I don't think it makes us like exponentially better. You know what I mean? I think it just makes you like a tick better, a slight tick better, and you lose a draft pick. Like I don't think it's all that. I need a little more convincing from that 8-3, bro. I need more convincing. Is politics season. Can't lose Kobe. Hell no, I agree, man. I agree. I can't lose Jacoby for sure. Let me see. Keelan Dawes can learn from DA instead of AB. Oh yeah, much prefer that. Definitely. The young guys will have a chance to show what they have. Yeah, agreed, man. I think we got some talent. Honestly, I'm not going to be mistaken. Like, I think we got some talent, enough talent in the receiver room, at least towards the bottom, to let them go ahead and fight it out for a spot, bro. Honestly, and let the preseason games, let the practices dictate. You know what I mean? What's going down? I think we have enough talent, bro. I really do. BZ says, hope one of these undrafted wide receivers make the team. It's trending in that direction, BZ. Y'all know I like Griffin, bro. I like Tulu. I really do. He got some suddenness to him, and he got some kick return ability, and at the same time, you know what I mean? I think he can play some receiver, man, and surprise some people. Has a surprising route tree. I'm not saying it's the most refined, but he has a surprising route tree. We'll see. And Keelan Doss is another one. I'm gonna go through right now, give you the rundown right now where he was before, what he was doing previous him being here, because at the end of the day, he hasn't been with the Raiders for a number of years. So, you know what I mean? We're going to definitely see where he was. He was with the Chargers, though. We got to detail that. Okay, that's what it's telling me right here. Was with the Chargers. So, going to pull this up for y'all right now, man. We're going to pull up Keelan Doss stats, man. What he got going down. What he was doing, you know, over the past couple years while he was not with the Raiders. We're going to go ahead and detail that. So realistically, nothing too crazy. I'm going to go ahead and share my screen with y'all. Doss, a camp body. We got some good wide receiver rookies that have potential. I agree, real talk. I agree. But share the screen to let y'all know how, you know, like I said, it don't really move the needle. You know what I mean? It don't really move the needle. So as you're looking right here, right, we're going to detail this heavy. Let me go ahead and zoom in because, goddamn, you can't see that at all. That is pebble small. So as you can see here, right, boom, boom. Last season, 33 yards, 6 receptions, 13 targets, no touchdowns. Longest reception was 9 yards. Didn't really do anything too crazy. As you see here, you know, from the career, his career is 17 receptions, been targeted 27 times, only has 166 receptions on the year. So, or on his career. Longest being 31-yard catch. So, nothing too impressive. Like I said, I think that honestly, you know, like Real Talk said, camp body is from Alameda. So, you know, you got that. Like I said, more of a fan favorite, if anything, but hasn't really done anything up to this point. When you look at his Oakland career, you go with 2019. He's sitting there with 8 games played, 11 receptions with 14 targets, had 133 yards, and that's all in his Oakland stint in 2019. So, you know, hasn't really had a crazy career. I mean, am I tripping, or is this like 1 year? Like, where's all the other years? But at the end of the day, yeah, nothing too wild. Hasn't really done anything. I think what Real Talk is telling us is more true than anything, man. More of a camp body. You know what I mean? So we can be hyped that, you know, we got a guy back from the nation that wants to be on the nation for sure. But hopefully he does something here. You know what I mean? It can be one of them spots where he comes back just being in this environment, right? Maybe being in this mode kind of helps him elevate his game to a different level. And if that's the case, you know what I mean, and he plays and earns a spot, so be it. But I'm banking on one of these rookies that we got. Banking on one of these rookies that we got to surprise some people, man. I think we got some talent in there, bro, that we can kind of afford to let them, like I said, if you ever seen The Dark Knight, when the Joker breaks the pool stick and says, you know, we having tryouts, that's basically what I'm doing in this wide receiver room. You feel what I'm saying? Just let them go to work. And I think these young dudes can go ahead and give us what we got, give us what we need for sure. Turf says we still have other drafted rookies that might be in better position. The kid from Tennessee, I think, is going to surprise people for sure. One thing you can say about Doss is he wants to be a Raider. Yes. Yep. I'm just glad he retired. Good for him. We didn't keep him one of these veteran scholarships like we used to giving out. Yep. Brandon Bolin was on that scholarship, man. Was on that silver and black scholarship for sure. There's a couple players that we didn't have like that, but yeah, at least if he's not feeling it, at least he retired, man. So Ramel Keaton is a name, and that's what Turf keeps bringing up, that I think we can watch for sure. Ramel Keaton is a name that I think can surprise some people. He has some good size to him. I do like that Tulu Griffin. Like I said, he has some suddenness in this game that I really do like. So I mean, we got some talent in there. That wide receiver room is the same to me. Like I said, I don't think Michael Gallup retiring like does anything to the room. I don't think Keelan Doss coming in does anything to the room. I think it's the same thing that it was before. The only way you move the needle is if you get somebody of more stature, which I don't think we need, right? I don't think we need all that because we have enough bodies and enough people in the room that's about to be taking up the majority of the production and snaps that we don't really have to sign anybody that's of major importance. Now, I will bring this up, right? Because I think that this is something that we can talk about. And I want to get everybody's opinion on this because I've been seeing this and people have been talking to me about this. So we know we have signed Keelan Doss. I don't know if maybe they'll go ahead and look at this, but if so, how would everybody feel if we went ahead and signed Michael Thomas and brought him in? Just a question, right? I just want to know. Because I've seen people bring this up. Me personally, I'm not for it. I wouldn't do it. His health is a coin flip. You know what I mean? I have no idea week in, week out what injury is gonna keep this man out. I'm off that. But I just want to know y'all opinions, man. Maybe you bring him in on something cheap. Like I say, man, you get a man a Pringle and say, come on. I mean, at the end of the day, I mean, what else can he want? He can't want too much bread. He cannot be asking for too much money. But understand this. If you're talking about signing a dude like this, for all the people that are, you know, you can't talk about signing a dude like this and still get a guy like Stephon Gilmore, right? Like that, those two things can't happen. So if it's me, I'm saving that bread and I'm trying to get Stephon Gilmore because I don't really need Michael Thomas. That's my opinion. I think that money would be better suited trying to get a veteran corner. You feel what I'm saying? That's really what I want, or somebody veteran on the defensive side. But y'all let me know, bro. I think I'm straight off this. I think our wide receiver room is good enough. You feel what I'm saying? I think it's straight enough. But y'all let me know. Let me see. I did my research, big one. We don't want to do that. On what? Let me see. What are we talking about? Oh, he talking about that damn Ayuk trade. I don't want to hear nothing about that. Let me see. Menace in the building. What's going on, man? Glad you could join the live, my guy. Appreciate it. Leo says, hey, some players just need right environment and someone to believe in them. Waller's stats were what before Gruden found him? Yeah, they were garbage. They were garbage. He didn't really do anything. So that is true. Like I said, maybe this is a situation where he comes in here and it's just the right environment. And sometimes the right environment can equal the right production, right? So maybe so. Let me see. Yeah, bro, we having tryouts, bro. Definitely right now. Ramel Keaton is that red zone wide receiver. Okay. And see, that's what I'm saying. What are you looking for from that fourth spot? Are you looking for speed? Are you looking for actual wide receiver ability? We'll see. You know what I mean? Need our depth skill players to be able to add value to special teams. And this is why I'm on Tulu Griffin heavy, because he's going to add that value, I believe. My last Ayuk comment, he is an AP guy. He also wants to be his Raider. His girlfriend put it out there. Yeah, but, for what, though? For what? What would I want? Ramel Keaton, 6'3", 198. Yeah, see, I like that. See, how much is Michael Thomas? Like I said, bro, Michael Thomas is not going to cost a skittle. You know what I mean? He's not going to cost anything at the end of the day. So I don't think he's going to, we're going to have to sit there and be angry that if we signed him and we paid him that. But do we need him? Like I said, I don't think we need him. I don't think there's anything we need. Thomas, oh, nah, Buddha. See, that's what I'm saying, bro. Nah, yeah, definitely. I'm cool off that. Heard every season. Agreed. Negative. Get that name off the screen quick. Yes, sir. See, okay. Small Pringle. Not the full. See, yeah. All right, I see. I love the chat, man. I love my chat, bro. Yeah, Gilmore, for sure. I love my chat. Definitely here with the rundown familiar. We know what's the deal, bro. We ain't going to go ahead and fall for that. I just wanted to see, right? I wanted to pull the okie doke, right? Now, I understand that he wouldn't be paid a lot, but just, we got to frame it like this in that perspective. We all talk about a veteran corner. You ain't going to get both. So, I just like that we all good off this. All right, cool. We all on the same accord. That's what I'm saying, bro. Let's go ahead in my fandom right here. We're gonna mess around and make the playoffs, bro. Look, this is the first time that I done really been in tune. We all in tune. You feel what I'm saying? We ain't falling for the okie doke this season. We don't want none of these old washed players. Like, we're straight. When is the last time it done felt like this, bro? We're good. We're straight. This I feel like this gonna be a real good season, bro. We all on one accord. This is the type of shit I love to see right here, man. This is the content. We do not need to panic about wide receiver. We have a decent wide receiver room. Yeah, very decent. Very decent. And like I said, you got a tight end that's gonna be playing wide receiver a lot as well. So you don't really have to trip that much. You know what I mean? You ain't gotta worry all that well. Are you gonna be playing with Daniels in Washington? Yeah, I can see that for sure. I can see that. Thomas is washed. Yes, 100%. 100%. Yeah, bro. We all on one accord. This is what I'm talking about right here, man. This is why it's gonna be a good season. So, man, last but not least, y'all already know what time it is, man. We are getting close to the end of the show, man. Coming up on the bottom of the hour. So, if you don't know now, you know we coming up on the last segment of the day, which is the final rundown, man. We coming up on the final rundown. And today, man, we're going to be going ahead and detailing just everything we're going on, right? Wrapping it up. What we got to look forward to next week, right? And beyond that. So, and just want to go ahead and pick y'all brains, what y'all got thinking about, what y'all may have saw in the first day of training camp, what y'all want to talk about and touch on as well. So, right, what we got to look forward to. Boom, you get it from the AP presser, right? He said next week, Tuesday. That's the day that I really locked into my brain. Next week on Tuesday, the Raiders will be on full pads, right? And we'll be on full go. So that is something I'm really going to be looking forward to. That's something that I think we all got to mark on our calendars right there, because that is going to tell us a lot, especially if you're one of those guys, Chris, Leo, if you're one of those guys, right, that are very skeptical about the running back position, then this is the day you really have to circle. Because if you're really skeptical about the running back position, then this is something that I think is going to show us a lot. Now, speaking on the running back position, we just freeballing right now. We just touching on things we saw today. Saw some clips of the running backs today, and I will admit this, right? I'm always a man about it. Okay, I'm always a man about it. I see the running backs going through drills, right? Amir Abdullah goes, and I see Zamir White go, and I see him just fuck up all the bags, right? And then it just turned me all the way off, right? I'm gonna be honest. I'm gonna be honest with y'all. Now, I'm not saying he's gonna get in the season and the season's gonna be bad, but just looking at the film and the footage, right? And he's going through this drill. He's supposed to have this nimble feet, and he's just hulking through the goddamn drill, like and knocking over the bags. I would just account it to day one, right? But that turned me off. Number one, I'm gonna be honest with it. Number two, right? Just training camp notes, right? Seeing from the day, Aiden looked a little slim. I'm gonna be honest. Aiden looked slim, bro. He looked like he was moving a little quicker, right? I'm seeing some footage of him just rolling out, right? Getting acclimated, right? Getting right. And he looks quicker. I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm not gonna bullshit you. Now I'm not gonna sit here and say he's white Michael Vick, but he does look like he has shed a little bit of that baby fat, right? And he gets to look like he's moving just a tad quicker, right? So I think maybe from there we'll start to see some more to his game if he can do that. If he can just move a little, like I said, we don't need him to be able to be no Lamar Jackson, nothing like that, but just be able to move quickly outside of the tackles, bro. That's just my thing. Move quickly outside of the tackles. How fast can you move outside of the tackles and get out of there and just create space, right? So from there, we'll see. Let me see. So from there, I'm looking. I was cool with that. I was impressed with that. DBs saw some footwork from the DBs. Jack Jones looked real, bro. Jack Jones' footwork looks real, bro. And I'm telling you, he has a chance this year to creep into a top 10 cornerback. I'm not saying he's that right now, but I say this year, he can do that. The way he looks, bro, and it's just day one. But that motherfucker, that footwork, and from what I've seen last year, yeah, bro, he can get busy this year and he can solidify himself, creep into that top 10 category. I think he can do that. And you heard it here first, bro. If he has a whole season and he's right, and from what I'm seeing, and he looks the way I think he can look, your boy can creep into a top 10 corner, bro. I'm not even bullshitting with that one for sure. Another thing, I'm glad Chris brought it up. Tyree footwork looking much better, man. The footwork is looking much improved. Much improved. This is something I was very happy to see, right? A lot of people ain't gonna say nothing about that, right? They're gonna definitely be loud when it's time to criticize, but don't nobody want to give him no praise. You feel what I'm saying? I'm gonna give him the praise, right? We all gonna give him the praise on here, man. I'm glad you brought that up, Chris. His footwork does look better. He looks more energized. D-line flying around day one. Ain't no choice because you got Max Crosby, you got Christian Wilkins, and they going 100 miles an hour. So how the hell are you not going to go 100 miles an hour? You know what I mean? So, yeah, that looked good. I like that for sure. Hey, Pig 76. Glad you can be here, man. He says Lowry is going to get opportunities in his offense and on special teams. For sure. I appreciate the comment, number one. Appreciate you being here. But I definitely think he's going to get his opportunities this year. Zeus is a battering ram. Yeah, for shit sure he's a battering ram. As a former running back, you know about that footwork. Yeah, it was ugly, bro. I'm not even gonna lie to you, right? That was bad. I didn't like that clip at all. So hopefully it was your day one. You know what I mean? But it was a little clumsy. It was a little clumsy in there. I will say that. Let me see. Aiden Aiden's on that Ozempic. He on that. He on that Ozempic, huh, Leo? All right, yeah, a little bit, man. Your boy didn't slim down. I don't know what the hell he was doing. I don't know what he was doing in the summer, but hey, he didn't shed some of that. So for at least for the time being, bro, he look a little quicker to me. We're gonna see when the pads get on and see what the real quickness look like when the bullets is flying. But yeah, and for all my peoples that is going to the open practices, right? That's gonna be coming up in August. Definitely gonna be seeing what he can look like. That's gonna be interesting. AOC lost that baby fat. Yeah, for sure. Jack Jones is a gamer. Gonna be fun watching him. Yeah, for sure. 100%, man. Like I said, I think that he's going to surprise a lot of people, man, and creep into that top 10 category. I really do. He has the instincts. He has the quickness, right? His foot quickness is something crazy, bro. His foot and combine that with the play recognition, he can be something scary. He can be something scary for sure, man. I really like Jack Jones. Clifford says Jack Jones is gonna cook. Yeah, I definitely think he's gonna cook for sure, man. He's definitely gonna get it in this year. Jack Jones will be the man. Tyree will be a beast this season. Yeah, hey, this is for all the Tyree haters, bro. Tyree Wilson is gonna go ahead and surprise some people this year. I think this year is going to be the year that I don't think he's going to, get 15 sacks, 12 sacks, but I think he'll creep in that 7 category, right? 7 to 10. And if he gets me 7 to 10, I'll be fine with that. You know what I mean? If you can give me somewhere in that 7 range, 8 range, man, we're good. You feel what I'm saying? Maybe 6.5. If you give me 6.5, I'll be all right, but I'll be cool with that too. But at the end of the day, that's where I'll be shooting for 7 to 10 range from Tyree Wilson, man. That's where I'm at right there. Tyree Wilson will play that Justin Tuck role all over the line. I said that one time and people killed me for that, but I'm glad you said this, Chris. Yes, he's definitely going to be playing damn near every position on the line except for nose. Every position on that D line he gonna be on except for that nose. Beasley says Tyree feet looked quicker on them drills. Yeah, man, we got to give him the praise, bro. A lot of people was loud when you was going on that criticism with him. A lot of people didn't really give a damn about his circumstances and what happened. Understandable. You in the NFL, you making money, you making bread. You feel what I'm saying? You got drafted at a certain position, you expected to perform. All right. But you can't be loud with trying to criticize the man, and at the same time, you look better, and then you're like, oh, well, you're supposed to do that. Nah, bro, don't do that. You feel what I'm saying? The first year didn't go as planned. Okay, good. Now, what we need is growth. You feel what I'm saying? Now what we're looking for is growth. And if growth can be obtained, that's all we for. You feel what I'm saying? Anything is better than what he did last year. You feel what I'm saying? I think everybody, even himself, would agree. So, as of right now, we looking only at the up arrow. And as of day number one, the block number one has been laid, and it was a good foundation so far. So far. Kuntz gonna get his too, 100%. I'm looking for Kuntz at a different role, right? I'm looking to see if Kuntz can now put together his game all around, right? Can he now start playing the run better? Can he stay on the field for all 4 downs? You know what I mean? These are things that he started kind of to do last year, but can he do it consistently this year? All 17. Now we ask ourselves. These are things that we got to ask, man. But as we coming in, man, you already know what time it is, man. We coming into the bottom of the hour. That is the show, ladies and gentlemen. Make sure you guys are tapping on the like button. Tap on that subscribe button if you're really feeling what you're hearing. If it's your first time here, man, and you're already an hour in, you might as well tap on the subscribe anyway and go get some more of that content. You already know what time it is. Make sure you guys are going ahead and share out this as well. We're trying to get to 2K subscribers, man. Bring some more people into the Rundown Familia, man. We need that 2K before the season starts. So let's hope, man. We got damn near a month to do it. Looking greasy, but I think we can do it. I think we can get it done, man. Like I said, man, I got a very special giveaway for the people if we can reach that 2K as well, man. So make sure you guys hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. You already know what time it is. I'm going to see you tomorrow for Turf and Rundown, right? Don't be late for that, 9:30 Eastern. Turf and Rundown is going to be on. We're going to be detailing a number of things from training camp day number dose. So make sure you guys are in for that. And y'all know what we say here on the Rundown, man. Make sure you guys keep it in, man. We keep it authentic from the clouds to the ground here on the Raider Rundown. We're going to see y'all next week, 8 Eastern. Have a good rest of y'all week. Peace.